Largo, FLA, WFLA, Largo police arrested a non-certified employee of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office following a domestic-related dispute on Tuesday. According to an arrest affidavit, Joshua Valtz, 35, engaged in a verbal argument with his spouse at their home. The argument became physical in nature when Valtz struck and choked his wife, according to Largo police. The arrest affidavit indicated the victim sustained minor injuries to her face and head. Valtz was arrested by Largo police officers at 3:24 p.m. Tuesday. He is employed at the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office as a non-certified criminal justice specialist, assigned to the Department of Detention and Corrections. Valtz was hired by the Sheriff's Office in October of 2006. He is charged with 1 count of domestic battery and 1 count of domestic battery by strangulation.
Contentious, and it has. Christina Ballard shares custody of her 4-year-old son with New Orleans police officer Alfred Moran. Never married, their breakup was contentious, and it has spilled over into family court. There was a dispute over custody?
There was a dispute over custody. He filed paperwork saying that he wanted to be domicile parent.
Custody fights can be emotional, complicated, sometimes downright nasty. But one development in Ballard's custody dispute was clear. Clear because it was caught on video. This surveillance video shows Ballard confronting Officer Moran in uniform on the Endymion parade route in 2014. She admits she was agitated because it was his night to take care of their son.
I just kept asking the same question over and over again. Where's my son? Where's my son if you are in uniform and you're supposed to be at work?
Ballard did not get an answer, so she left. But it was what happened later that night that really shook her.
Jefferson Parish comes knocking on the door. We have a warrant for Christina Ballard's arrest. And I was like, what? I'm in jail crying and like I'm in the, I didn't start crying until they actually closed the door on me because I was still in shock.
Arrested at her home in Marrero, she was booked in New Orleans and charged in municipal court with domestic abuse battery. Then, this March, she was brought to trial.
I never thought in a million years that they would want this to continue to go to a trial because we have video. You can clearly see I did not push him 3 times, and I thought that's pretty much what we are here for.
The low point came when Judge Joseph Landry came back with the verdict. Guilty.
He comes out and says, clearly this is domestic battery abuse. I said, what? Excuse me? Seriously? Is this? So I was completely shocked.
So that was the basis for a simple battery conviction.
Ridiculous. That's not battery. I can't believe.
Ballard was fined and sentenced to probation. But equally surprising to Narkis Barak was that a simultaneous internal affairs complaint that Ballard made against Officer Moran went nowhere. Here's the public integrity officer fielding Ballard's complaint.
Basically, your complaint is that you're saying that you feel Officer Moran actually filed a false police report.
Barak, a Harvard-trained anthropologist and founder of the Custody Justice Project, has dealt with a number of women with horror stories about their NOPD exes.
A lot of these women then go to the Integrity Bureau to file complaints, and those reports aren't followed through, so they don't have evidence to take to family court with them.
One woman is Leslie St. Germain, who has filed several complaints against her husband, Lieutenant Terry St. Germain. None of them upheld.
PIB gets involved, they take a report, he's let go, and nothing happens. It's about abuse of power. The power comes from being an NOPD officer.
St. Germain did not want to show her face to protect her daughter, but she did want us to highlight her case, which includes a confrontation at the child's grade school in 2011 in which her ex-husband called police on her.
I'm a police officer, but I've got an issue myself.
And your name?
Terry St. Germain. It's involving a 67.
67 is police code for theft. The lieutenant accused his ex-wife of stealing a shirt he gave his daughter. St. Germain says she was simply holding the shirt after their daughter changed in the bathroom. After his call, she called PIB. Neither the theft allegation or PIB complaint went anywhere. For her, though, The harassment and humiliation had reached a new low.
It's frustrating. I mean, you know, sometimes you go and you cry at night so your child doesn't see you crying.
While the police department didn't step in against Lieutenant St. Germain, the family court judge, Christopher Bruno, did, finding him in contempt of court for harassment, saying he wasted valuable police resources. I documented several other cases with women who, out of fear, did not want to go on camera. This woman, Dominique, was arrested by her ex and convicted of violating a stay-away order by sending him a text message, which she did. But when she said she called police to report him breaking into her apartment, the officers said they couldn't intervene. We took our findings to the office of the Independent Police Monitor. Investigator Ursula Price said she has worked with some of the women to press their complaints, but others have given up in frustration.
After talking to you, I intend to review those investigations so that I can help the investigators do a better job in the future. It's a huge catch-22 for those women, right? I mean, the police are their only means of accessing the system that will protect them, right? And if they can't even get through the gate, they can't access any of those other things.
Absolute abuse of power. Just feeling like, hey, I'm Superman, I can do what I want. I can make moves like this and can get away with it.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
wow.
been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.